What's going on, everybody out there? Thanks for checking me out once again. Russ the Stock Guy here, man, dropping some gems. So do me a solid, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and share this with whoever you think is interested in learning how to trade levels and not trade fluff, you guys. So the first thing we need to do is check out the SPY. Let's look at the SPY, you guys. It has continued its move from yesterday. If we zoom out to our daily chart real quick, or better yet, let's go to our weekly real quick, man, and talk about this. All right, so we've had 5 straight weeks to the downside, the worst in 4 years. So we were due for a bounce psychologically, right? We were due for a bounce. We were able to secure that bounce around previous support levels. Here now at 629 has become the bounce area on the SPY. If we zoom in, let's go to our 4-hour chart. We can see that we double bottomed here at around 629. So this is the new temporary low. What we need to see is a pullback that stays above 640. I would love to see this push up though before we top out, because if you look at the daily chart, we need to get back above 650, 687, around that area, around the 656 level. We need to get above the 200-day moving average before we start to pull back. Before we top out, I want to see it get back above there, pull back, because then we'll have a clear level of support, that 200-day moving average, and then we can rally back up near all-time highs towards 696. All right, so that's what we want to see on the SPY. The Qs is the same thing. We need to see the top out above 586, or if that doesn't happen, we want to see a pullback stay above 569. All right, we want to see either or happen here in the next couple trading sessions on the SPY and the triple Qs, you guys. But let's keep going, man. We can look at USO. USO is who I look at for oil, and we do have a nice pullback happening right now on USO. So that is good for the bulls in the short term, all right, for this rally. So let's look at some individual plays. If you guys join the Discord, man, I put out a weekly objective. This was my objective for last week's trading session. This is my objective for this week. I was watching T-Mobile. I was watching ticker symbol SOC. I was also watching Google and Meta, as well as just watching the overall SPY and the Qs. All right, here are my trading objectives for the week. My scenario 1, right, the bullish reversal. I was also contemplating this scenario right here. If this was going to be a trap, how are we going to play this if this was a trap, right? And then lastly, my scenario C is the conflict continuation, right, where we get into some oil stocks, right, to kind of hedge the bleeding, hedge our portfolio, or however you want to call it, just kind of be in a safe haven. So these were the scenarios that I was talking about. All right, so this is my list. All right, some of these are from last week, some of these are from this week, but I don't like to remove the stocks that I've been watching over the last week or so, just because they do come back into play, like AMD. This has been trading really nice around this 200 level, around this 200-day moving average. It has formed a really nice base around this 200 level. And by me noticing that, I've been telling you guys over several trading sessions that the 200 break on AMD has been money for the last few weeks. We can look here, the break of 200, it went to 221. The break of 200, it went to 205. The break of 200, it went to 209, right? There has been some times where we failed, right? But the times that we break it and confirm it, we go higher. We break it, confirm it, we go higher. We confirm it, we go higher, right? So here we are yesterday. We broke it, Here we are at 209. So what we are watching for in AMD as of now is this 209 level. We need this 209 level to hold, because you see it has been resistance here in the past. We gave back all those gains right here, failed it, right? But here we are again. The only thing that I am not liking on AMD at the current moment, if we zoom into our 10-day, 10-minute chart, is how it's given back all of the gains today once it broke this level. We popped and we gave it all back. What we really like to see in situations like this, when we break resistance, is either a instant pullback, right? And then we go higher, entry over the top out, or when it does break out and it tops, the pullback needs to be around 50% of the move. That gives us confidence and confirmation, right, that this is not fluff, where now we've given back 100% of the move. We bounced again off that 209. So we need to see where we are in the pre-market. Are we going to be above 209 or below 209? That is what we need to watch out for on AMD in the next trading session. All right. But let's keep going down this list, you guys. So CCL, I was telling you all about that 25 level, and how every time, not every time, right? Because you see here, we failed it. We broke it here, ripped up, broke it here, retested it, broke up. All right. Here, retested it, broke up. All right. So here we are again yesterday. We broke it and we went. All right. So just so you guys can believe, you got to see it to believe it. I called this in my watch list. CCL here, over 25 was the level that we wanted to see this get above. If you look at my trading objective for the week, gave that to you guys last Friday with the price target of 27. If we look now, we topped out today at 26.27. So it might not happen today, it might not happen tomorrow, but if you mark out the levels that I'm speaking of, if you mark out the levels I'm speaking of, you will be able to see what I'm talking about in real time. So let's keep going down. So Netflix, really nice action on Netflix, you guys. Look at this resistance, which is now support. We've retested it today and we're moving higher. So tomorrow we want to see a long over 96, right? With some sellers up near 97 is what we are watching on Netflix, you guys, in the next trading session. So we need to stay above 94 for the long. If we break below 94, we want to see the retest of 94 and then the failure, right? Tomorrow, if we are above 94, we cannot break below 94 tomorrow. We need to hold 94 and break over today's high of 96 for us to push up to that 100 level on Netflix, you guys. That is what we are watching for on Netflix. Neo, this one I told you guys at 570. Yesterday's pre-market, almost pre-market high. I might be off by a couple numbers. All right, but yesterday at around 570, here is what I was talking about on the Discord for the play of the day. I only put one of these a day. I didn't put one today because I didn't see anything that interested me before the open. All right, so I was just a watcher, right, or a critic today of the markets. All right, so I told you guys we scalped this from 570 up to around $6 yesterday. This was our trigger yesterday for the move to 6. All right, and you can see today, this is what I'm saying, guys. I hope this makes sense, but let's look at this. Once we break resistance, we have to retest that resistance level to give us confirmation. All right, to give us confirmation that we're going to hold that. And what happens at the end of the day yesterday? We battled and held that level And then look today, from 6, we open and crack up to 636. So Neo looks really good here in the next few months, guys. If we zoom out to the daily chart, we can take it even to the weekly, because I like to judge things off the weekly. If we see $6 here, look at $6 here in the past. This is 2024. Let's look. Look at that heavy level of resistance. Broke it, but couldn't hold it. We broke it, pulled back, right? Confirmed that it's going to be support now, and we ripped up to $8. Retested it, created a higher low, lost it, and here we are curling back up, and we broke $6 again. So now our target is the 200-day moving average. And we can zoom in. Let's go to the four-hour chart, and we can see that we had a little bit of a pullback. So we can go even smaller time frame. Let's go to the 1010. We pulled back above $6. Our low of today was around 607. So ultimately, we need Neo to hold up over $6. We need it to hold up over $6. And once we see that we are holding up over $6, here is our high of the day at 636. We can zoom back out and see where that 636 level takes us. Resistance, resistance, support, resistance. So this is a level that is significant as well. So we need to see us hold $6, break 636, give some sort of pullback to confirm this is a new level of support, and then our ultimate target is up here towards $8. All right, so map out these levels, put Neo on your charts, because this is a watch, you guys. This is a watch. The last one that I want to speak on is SoFi. SoFi has broken down, but when this one gets going, it gets going. See, I got this level mapped out here. We can delete these drawings and we can draw this together. So we've had some really nice, let's map out the high here, $32, right? Ultimate high. Go to our weekly real quick. So our 200-day moving average is around 1478. Let's map it out, right? 1476, 1478 is our 200-day moving average. And you see how we have broken it and came all the way back to it. So that is not a good sign. That is not a good sign. But we've had a lot of bounces around this area. A lot of bounces around this area. So that is what we want to watch out for now. If we go to our 4-hour chart, we can see a level of resistance here at around 1650. We can see it bounced here, it bounced here, it bounced here, bounced here, and now we topped it. We hit it, right? We hit it at around 642. It has been now a level of resistance. All right, so support, 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 support. Now it's resistance. So that is a strong level that we need to watch out for. And we can go to our 10-minute, 10-day chart, and you guys can see it even closely now. We have our bottom, our top, our pullback. That looks to be about 50%, right? That looks to be about 50% from here to here, right? We need to stay above this 640 level. We need to stay above this 640 level, right? We stay above this level. Entry over 16. Resistance here at 642. Ultimately, once we get back over this 1642, the trend will have changed completely and the bulls will fully be in charge of SoFi. So you can start adding. I'm adding because I've been in here since. I have shares in here at 17. I have shares in here at 14. I have shares in this stock all the way around. All right. I got shares in here at around 10, at around 14. And then here I started to add more around 17, All right, so I'm in here all over the place. But what we are watching out for is these two levels, you guys. Map out these levels and mark my words. Once we get back above 1640, the bulls will be in control and we will start going higher. But you don't want to start positioning yourself once we get there. You want to start positioning yourself now, but the ultimate stop, right? You do not want to add under 1478 in my opinion, but that's me. Do what you do, but I believe this is due for a bounce. If we look at the RSI is down around 30, all right, on the weekly. If we look on the 1 hour chart, the RSI is around 44. If we even go even further to the 10-minute, the RSI is around 48. So this is due for some upside price action, especially if the Qs and the SPY continue their rally, guys. So watch out for these names, join the Discord, and let's go.